श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय नित्य विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्रील गुरुदेव की जय नित्य विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय नित्य विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय नित्य विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय नित्य विष्णु विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय नित्य विष्णु महाभागवत श्री गोक्षरस बाबाजी महाराज की जय नित्य विष्णु श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय नित्य विष्णु वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय श्री रूपनु गौरिया गुरु वर्ग की जय श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी श्री गौर पार्षद वृंद की जय नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय श्री राधा कुंज श्याम कुंज की जय श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय श्री भक्ति देवी की जय श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय श्री कार्तिक व्रत की जय व्रत पालन करी भक्त वृंद की जय दामोदर राधा दामोदर की जय यशोदा दामोदर की जय श्री सर्व व्रजवासी गण की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीगण की जय रामा अकादशी तिथि की जय तिथि पालन करी भक्त वृंद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समागत गौर भक्त विजय श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल हरि बोल गार्गराज जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम माधवी दीदी धन्यवाद प्रणाम Seshri Mataji हरि बोल. So today, because it's Rama Akadashi and I like to go out on program and stuff, and I'm just doing a very quick reading today. This will be a short one. And from tomorrow, we'll do normal readings again. But so I'll continue with Srimad Bhagavatam tomorrow, but today we're going to read verse 5 of this Dāmodarāṣṭakam with the commentary of my Gurudev. A couple days ago, we read the commentary of Śrīla Sanatana Goswami Pad on this verse 5, and now we're reading my Gurudev's commentary. Idang, what is it? Namameshwaram Sachiranandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Prajamanam Yashodabhiyolokadlatavamanam Paramrishtamadyantatodruta gopyam Idang te mokham bhojam avyaktanilai avritam kuntalai snigdha raktascha gopya mohushchumvitam bimba rakta raktadarani manasya vira stram alam lakshalabhai namamishwaram sachiranandarupam lasat kunda lam gokule prajaman which is soft with a reddish glow, and that face, that mukham bojam, which is repeatedly muhu chumbitam, kissed by the gopya, which is Yashoda Gopi or Shrimati Radhika, and that mukham bojam, which has bimba rakta adharam, which has bimba red lips. May that face, may my manasi, in the heart. So may manasi means in my heart. Avirastam. Avirasta means remain situated. Alam lakshalabhai. What is the use of any other kinds of attainment? Alam means like what, right? It's like alam. And laksha means millions, and labhai means attainments. Did I share my screen? Oh, shoot. Am I still? Was I offline this whole time? Let me just check. You missed a bunch. Okay. I don't even know how much you missed though. I just went through the words for this song, explaining it, so that you could understand the Sanskrit. Maybe I'll do it once again at the end. Hopefully it doesn't cut out again the internet. Okay, let's read the translation. O Deva, your lotus-like face, encircled by soft blackish blue curly locks of hair that have a reddish glow, is repeatedly kissed by the Gopi Sri Yashoda. May your supremely charming lotus face, with lips like red bimba fruit, always remain manifest in my heart. I do not care about millions of other attainments. Okay, so now we're going to read my Gurudev's commentary on this, and then I can go through the word for word again. Okay, so this is a Dig-darśinī-vṛtti of my Gurudev. In the previous verse, it was as though Sri Bhagavan had become pleased by Sri Satyavrata Muni's devotional sentiments and said, O sage, I am satisfied with you. Ask a benediction for me. In response, Sri Satyavrata Muni prayed, O Prabhu, O Master of all those who grant benedictions, you are the most exalted. There is no limit to the blessings you can grant. But, my dear Lord, none of those boons are of any use to me. In the present verse, Sri Satyavrata Muni prays, Idam te mukham bojam. All I want is to see your exquisitely beautiful lotus face in my heart, again and again. He is remembering the indescribable beauty of Sri Bhagavan's lotus face and his form as Bal Gopal, as a little cowherd boy. Sri Satyavrata Muni only had a glimpse of that form within his heart. He only had a spurti within his heart during his meditation. What was it like? At first, the sage uses the word avyakta. It is beyond the grasp of the material mind or material words. Further reflecting on what he saw in his spurti, he says, his lotus face is encircled, avritam, by dark black curls of hair, which have a soft red glow that makes them look like bumblebees. Mother Yashoda and the gopis kiss that lotus face again and again. Hey, why in this song does it just say vritam? Sorry, I just want to check something. Yeah, this says vritam. Should it be avritam? No, but no, that's not enough words. I guess vritam can mean encircled and avritam can also. Or is there supposed to be what is it called? Gupta. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, let's go back. So his lotus face is encircled by dark black curls of hair, which have a soft red glow that makes them look like bumblebees. Mother Yashoda and the gopis kiss that lotus face again and again. In the previous verse, Sri Satyavrata Muni prayed to see Sri Krishna's Bal Gopal form within his heart. But Now he is praying specifically to see his beautiful lotus, which he yearns to kiss. He wonders. Sorry. I want to achieve something so rare. Will this hope of mine ever be fulfilled? The present verse marks an escalation of the intense longing developing within Sri Satyavrat Muni's heart. At first, by the power of sadhu sangha, an inclination to serve Sri Krishna enters the heart. When one's anarthas are gradually driven away by performing bhajan in sadhu sangha, the inclination to serve Sri Krishna will continue to increase, and one's consciousness will blossom more and more through the progressive stages of love of God, beginning from Nishta, then through Ruchi, Asakti, and Bhav, and finally Prem. However, a profound concept must be considered regarding each soul's ultimate development of love for Krishna. If the intrinsic and eternal inclination of a particular soul is to dedicate himself to Sri Bhagavan in the mood of a servant, Dasyaras, then his deepest inner hankerings will only be fulfilled by that mode of service. His service tendency will never proceed beyond Dasyaras. Sri Satyavrat Muni's prayers reveal that his mood is destined to develop beyond Dasyaras, and that is why this verse expresses increasing longing within his heart. We can understand his situation by considering the history of Gopakumar. Even when Gopakumar had attained residence in Vaikuntha, his inner hankering was not satisfied. It was not even satisfied when he reached Ayodhya or Dwarka within Vaikuntha. Finally, he reached Goloka Vrindavan, and when he experienced loving exchanges with Krishna in the mood of friendship, Sakya Bhav, all his desires were at last fulfilled. His mood never went any further. Similarly, Sri Satyavrat Muni's longing is advancing through progressive levels of bhakti. Each sadhak will relish the sweetness of Sri Krishna's pastimes according to his own relationship, according to his own sambandha with him, and also according to his qualification, his adhikar. Thus, Sri Krishna's lotus face being kissed again and again, Srila Sanatana Goswami explains that the word Gopya can refer either to Mother Yashoda or Sri Radhika. The phenomenon of relishing Sri Krishna's pastimes according to one's own mood is illustrated in the following example. Once upon seeing scratch marks on her son's limbs, Mother Yashoda exclaimed, "Oh, where did all these scratches come from?" Kundalata, who was standing nearby, heard this and commented, "Your son performs ras at night. These marks are from that." Wow, Kundalata really spilling the beans. Okay. Ras Leela is the prominent pastime in Madhur Ras. It's conjugal love. So how could Mother Yashoda be privy to this amorous pastime? The answer is that Mother Yashoda was simply inquiring like an ordinary mother who is worried about the scratches on her son. Still, she is not necessarily unaware that her son is in fact performing Ras Leela. Vatsalya Ras assists and nourishes Madhurya Ras. Nevertheless, as soon as Mother Yashoda heard Kundalata's reply, she at once said, "My darling boy is still breastfeeding. He doesn't even have his milk teeth. He can barely speak. He just talks in broken childish language. But you're saying that he engages in amorous affairs at night? My dear young lady, you do not know. I will tell you how he got these marks. When he takes the cows into the forest to graze, he loses himself in play with the other boys. Sometimes, while chasing stray calves, he runs through thorny bushes. He is so absorbed in playing at such times that he is not even aware that he is being scratched. That is where these marks come from." The devotee will hanker for a particular ras according to his own eternal mood. Srila Sanatana Goswami presents Sri Satyavrat Muni as an example of this. According to his own mood, Sri Satyavrat Muni is trying to awaken within his own heart the bhav of one of Krishna's eternal Ragatmika Jan by performing sadhan bhajan under their guidance. Following in the footsteps of Sri Satyavrat Muni, a sadhak should think, if earrings which are only gold can kiss the cheeks of Sri Krishna, then why can't I? Certainly, I will also do this. With this yearning, he should endeavor to attain his goal with the conviction that he does not need any other benediction. Such endeavor is called abhideya. When he at last attains his own eternal constitutional mood of service in one of the five rasas, then he will attain the ultimate goal, the stage of prayojan. The stage of prayojan? Let's look that up. See, we didn't say that. Whose prem is stronger? Mother Yashoda's prem for her darling son is certainly stronger than his prem for her. Her prem can control Krishna and bind him. If any devotee hears the pastimes of Mother Yashoda binding Krishna with her prem and of her kissing his lotus face again and again, a longing will enter his heart. If I follow in the footsteps of Mother Yashoda, perhaps I will also be able to kiss the lotus face of her darling boy. But who kisses Sri Krishna's face the most? More than anyone else, Srimati Radhika drinks the nectar of Sri Krishna's lotus face by kissing it again and again. At the beginning of this ashtakam, Sri Satyavrat Muni was praying in a mood of dasyaras. Now in this verse, his prayers are imbued with a desire to enter the mood of vatsalyaras. May that supremely charming lotus face, which is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, manifest within my heart forever. In the same way, every sadhak will initially consider himself to be a servant of Sri Krishna in a general sense. However, by performing intimate service and by acquiring Sri Bhagavan's mercy, he will gradually progress, and a deep longing to perform service under the guidance of one of Sri Krishna's eternal associates, Anugatya Mayi Seva, will begin to manifest within his heart. Just checking the comments. I'm having a really wonky internet connection today, huh? What to do? Okay. Just like the omniscient supersoul present. Oh, did I make the volume? Dang it, I forgot to mic. Okay, now it's on my mic. Just like the omniscient supersoul present in the core of everyone's heart, the Guru has the special characteristic of perfectly knowing our heart. So Shri Guru is like Antaryami. He knows the eternal constitutional mood of our soul, our eternal relationship with Bhagavan, and accordingly, he connects us with him. Then, by supplying the water of hearing, chanting, and remembering, he nourishes that relationship and cuts down anything that obstructs that nourishment with the sharp axe of his words. He does this so expertly that the sadhak barely notices, but all the while the needful is accomplished. Jai Śrīla Gurudeva ki Jai. This is what the bona fide Guru and genuine Vaishnavas do. They do not have bodies of flesh and bone which are subject to change, may die at any moment. They are the eternal associates of the most merciful incarnation of Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who descended to deliver the fallen souls in this age of Kali. Guru and Vaishnavas are among the intimate companions of the divine couple, Sri Radha Krishna. The way Sri Bhagavan extends his loving mercy to the souls bound by Maya is by sending associates like these in the form of Vaishnavas. Shri Krishna's lips have been compared to red bimba fruits, bimba rakta adharam. Although ripened bimba fruit is extremely soft and beautiful, in reality, it is far excelled by the softness and beauty of Shri Krishna's lips. Still, even though Shri Krishna's lips are so beautiful, He constantly hankers to drink the nectar of the lips of his beloved gopis. Then what must their lips be like? The most clear example of how Sri Krishna hankers to drink the nectar of the gopis' lips is found in Bhramar Gita, in the conversation between Srimati Radhika and the bumblebee. Sakre dadara sudang swam mohinim payayitva sumanasa eva sadyas tatyajesman bhavadrik paricharati katang tat pada parmang nuparma yapi bata hrita cheta yuttama shloka jalpai. That's Srimad Bhagavatam 7:47-13. Just as you abandon a flower after honey, Sri Krishna completely bewildered us by making us drink the nectar of his lips only once, and then suddenly abandoned us. Why does Goddess Padma, Lakshmi Devi, who herself is just like a lotus flower, serve his lotus feet? It seems that her mind has certainly been stolen by his cunning words. However, we are not so naive like Lakshmi Devi. Srimati Radhika spoke these words to the bumblebee in intense separation from Krishna. "O bumblebee, messenger of Sri Krishna," she said, "your master knew that when he would leave us in the future to go to Mathura and elsewhere, we, the young damsels of Vraj, would die from being separated from him. He likes to see us writhing in the pain of separation so much that he forcefully made us drink the nectar of his lips just once, for only a few moments. He knew that death cannot come to anyone who drinks that nectar, and he knew that later, unable to die from the pain of separation, we would simply writhe in agony." Shri Krishna's eyes, his eyebrows, his smile, and his lips are the sharp arrows of Cupid. Once someone has seen them, he will remain wounded forever. Devotees who cultivate Raganuga Bhakti, bhakti following in the wake of Ragatmika Bhakti, or who are Rupanuga, who are followers of Srila Rupa Goswami, remember all these moods of Srimati Radhika and separation as they perform sadhan, and thus lose all awareness of their bodies, their homes, and so on. Shri Vrishabhanu Nandini continued to angrily lament. She continued to angrily lament to the bumblebee as she burned in the blazing fire of separation. Yadanucharita lila karna piyusha viprut sakre dadana vidhuta dvanda dharma vinashta sapadi griha kutumbam dina mutsrijadina bahava iha vihanga bhikshucharyam charanti. That's Srimad Bhagavatam 10:47-18. O messenger, description of the master's pastimes are exactly like nectar. If someone accepts even one drop of that nectar through his ears, even once, then his sense of obligation to worldly dualities is utterly ruined. Because of that nectar, many people have quit their homes and families, leaving them utterly miserable, only to become miserable themselves. They live as mendicant beggars, wandering through these forests of Vraj like birds without shelter. As if Sri Radhika heard the bumblebee ask for an example of this, she said, "We are the unavoidable proof that this is true. There is no need to look for evidence anywhere else. Simply by hearing about his pastimes, we have become homeless." What becomes of such a miserable homeless person? In Srimad Bhagavatam 11:240, it is described. Evang vrata swapriya nama kirtya jatanurago druta chitta uchai hasattatoro ditiroti gayatyun madavan rityati lokabahya. Saintly people who have firmly devoted themselves to serving Sri Bhagavan with deep love
constantly engage in kirtan of the names of Sri Krishna they most love. When deep attachment, when anurag arises in them, their hearts thoroughly melt and they become mad in love of God. They laugh and cry loudly. Agitated by love, they sing about their Lord in sweet voices. And just like madmen, without a trace of shyness, they dance and sing, unaffected by the opinions of ordinary people. Sorry, guys. Even Sri Krishna's flute, a dry piece of bamboo, drives the three worlds mad when it is touched by the powerful nectar of Sri Krishna's lips. However, the gopis regard the flute with spite, as if it were their co-wife. Gopya kimacharadayam kushalam smavenur Dāmodarāṣṭakam api gopikanam Bhunkte swayam yaravashishtara hradinyo Hrishyatvacho shumumuchus taravo yatarya. That's Srimad Bhagavatam 10:21-9. Oh dear Sakis, we cannot imagine what sort of sadhan and bhajan the flute must have performed in previous births, that in our very presence it is drinking the nectar of Damodar's lips, which rightfully belongs to us alone. It is not even sparing a drop of that ras for us. On the pretext of their blossoming lotus flowers, the rivers which have nourished the flute with their water, with their ras, are exhibiting symptoms of ecstatic horripilation. The trees, who are the forefathers of the flute, are equal to the best of men. Seeing their descendant filled with such intense love for the Lord, they have become overjoyed, and tears of ecstasy are flowing from their eyes. That's from Gopi Geet. Sorry, not Gopi Geet, Venu Geet. The strength to attain these exalted feelings will enter our hearts by reciting the prayers of the exalted acharyas in our Guru Varga, headed by Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath. Then, step by step, we will make progress on the path of bhakti. In Shishi Radhika Parparme Vigyapti, Srila Rupa Goswami prays, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. O Radha, all glories to you, all glories to you, the most beloved of Madhav. You are the most celebrated among all the young damsels of Vraj. Dāmodarāṣṭakam Vardhana Veshayari Nishkutta Vrind Davipineshe. The beautiful way you dress causes Sri Damodar's attachments to you to swell. You are the presiding goddess of Sri Hari's pleasure groves within the forest of Vrindavan. Vrishabhanudadhinava Shashile Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishakhe. From the milk ocean of Sri Vrishabhanu Maharaj's affection, you have arisen like a beautiful young moon. O dear friend of Lalita, by your qualities of playfulness and friendship, you have enchanted the heart of your intimate Saki, Vishaka. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. You are so full of mercy that great yogis and brahmacharis like Sri Sanak Kumar and Sanatan Kumar always engage in describing your exalted nature. So please be merciful to me. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Now, the second verse of Sri Gandharvashtakam. Ha Devika Kubhara Gargadayadya Vacha Yache Nipatya Bhuvidanda Varurvatarti Asya Prasad Asya Prasadama Buddhasya Janasya Kritva Gandharvike Nijagane Kananang Videhi. O Devi Gandharvika, I am suffering greatly. I have fallen at your feet, and I am lying on the ground in front of you, just like a stick. With a choked voice, I am begging you, please be merciful to this fool and count me as one of your own. I put this quote in the songbook, this one. As we sing these verses, we should meditate on our and consider. It is you who are actually submitting these prayers. It is you who are singing them. Without your mercy, I will never be qualified to make such prayers. It is only by their mercy that we can follow in their footsteps and pray like this, and thus gradually attain loving service to the divine couple in Vraj. There are two modes of meditation, Mantramayi Upasana and Swarasiki Upasana. When one deliberately concentrates on remembering only one particular pastime while performing bhajan, it is called Mantramayi Upasana. But when Sri Bhagavan's pastimes manifest in one's heart spontaneously, one after another, it is called Swarasiki Upasana. When performing bhajan in Vraj, only Swarasiki Upasana is present. In Vraj, wherever the sadhak goes, he has spurtis, momentary visions of Sri Krishna's eternally new pastimes. Beholding new spurtis everywhere he looks, he exclaims, "Oh, Sri Krishna performs this pastime here." Then he beholds another spurti, and he performs that pastime over there. In an unbroken chain, Sri Krishna's pastimes are stirred up in his heart. Swarasiki Upasana is called Raganuga, or Lobhmayi Bhakti, bhakti imbued with intense hankering. All our Guru Varga are immersed solely in this mode of meditation. Sri Satyavrat Muni has prayed, Alam Laksha Labhai. Millions of other attainments are used to me. While his prayers until this point have reflected the mood of someone absorbed in Vatsalya Ras, we should not mistake these words to mean that he rejects the attainment of something higher than Vatsalya Prem. Fortunately, however, if one obtains the association of one of Srimati Radhika's companions, her mood will enter his heart and cause him to implore Sri Krishna, "O Sri Krishna, if you are pleased with me and want to give me something," and then he'll submit this prayer. Shama Sundara Shikhanda Shekhara Smeraha Murali Manohara Radhika Rasika Mam Kripa Nidhe Swapriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru. That's Sri Vittalacharya. O Sham Sundar, O beautiful dark boy with a peacock feather crown, your playful smile and your flute completely bewilder our minds. You are expert at tasting the nectar of Srimati Radhika's love, and you are an ocean of mercy. Please make me a maidservant of your beloved's lotus feet. When Sri Krishna is truly satisfied, he considers it his own success to bestow this benediction upon the sadhaks and sadhikas. This is how the process of Rupanuga Bhajan gradually unfolds. We pray that the fruit of our bhajan will be that he gives this topmost benediction. Thus ends the Dig-darśinī-vṛtti of this 5th verse. So tomorrow we will we'll continue our reading of of Srimad Bhagavatam, and also we'll read verse 6, commentary by Śrīla Sanatana Goswami Pad. And every time I come back here, it seems like your stream's having connection issues. And he's sorry about the bad connection. Oh, I said I would go over the word for word again because it wasn't right. So let me just go back. Let's go through the word for word of this verse because the video cut out while I was going through it. So idam, let's take it off. Idam means this. So what is it referring to? This mukham bojam, this face of yours. Te means yours. So idam te mukham bojam. Mukha means face, and bojam means lotus. So lotus face. This idam mukham bojam, this lotus face of te, of yours, is vritam. And actually the word is avritam. So I don't know why it just says vritam. I have to see, but I have to look into this. But anyways, it is avritam. It is encircled by avyakta nilar, inexplicably dark blue. I think when it's referring to like dark black, but like dark blue. There's something bluish to it. Extremely dark blue. It's practically black. Kuntalai, hair, curls of hair. Kuntala is curly hair. That has a snigda raktai, that has a soft reddish glow. So I think there's three things in this that are referring to the face. One is I guess you could, maybe four things. So the mukam is ampojam, it is like a lotus, and it is avritam, it is encircled by avyakta nilar kuntalai snigda raktash. It's encircled by avritam, it is encircled by kuntalai, curling hair, that is avyakta nilai, that is extremely dark blue. It's inexplicably dark blue. That's literally what avyakta means. That has a snigda raktai, that has a soft raktai, reddish glow. Cha means and. So, and it has blah, blah, blah. And then that face, so those are two things, that the face is like a lotus and that it is encircled by this hair. Then the third thing is that muhu, it is repeatedly chumbitam, it is repeatedly kissed. Chumbitam means kissed. Muhu chumbitam, repeatedly kissed. By gopya, by the gopi. Gopya means by the gopi. And so by the gopi, that could refer to either Madhya Yashoda, or it can refer to Srimati Radhika, Śrīla Sanatana Goswami explains. So that's the third thing. And then the fourth thing is that it is bimba rakta adharan. That mukham bojam, that lotus face, has bimba rakta, bimba red. Rakta means red. Has bimba rakta adharam. Bimba rakta adharam means bimba red lips. Adharam means lips. So may that mukham bojam, may that lotus face, may means my, manasi means in the heart. So in my heart, may manasi, in my heart, avirastam, may it remain situated there. Alam is like, I think alam means enough, actually, literally. Like if you look it up in the dictionary, enough with other attainments. I don't need any other attainments. So what is the need for laksha means millions, and labhai means attainments. So enough with other attainments. That's literally what it means. Enough with other attainments. I don't need anything else. So I hope that was clear. Yeah. Okay, let's say the Sanskrit one more time and try to think of the meaning of the words. Idam te mukam bojam avyaktanila vrittam kuntale snigda raktashtagopya muhush chumbitam bimba rakta dharane manasya virastam alanavaksha. Idam te mukam bojam avyaktanila vrittam kuntale snigda raktashtagopya Mohushumbitam bimba raktadharane manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai. All right, Jai Shri Yashoda Damodar ki Jai, Shri Radha Damodar ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhara Vikagiri Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj Śrīla Gurudeva ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatarashata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Gorkishtaras Babaji Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopala Bhatta Dasha Gunath Shar Gosai Prabhu ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki Jai Nama Church Lahai Ras Thakur ki Jai Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakt Vrinda ki Jai Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki Jai Sarva Abhishta Bharati Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai Shri Radha Kund Shakun ki Jai Shri Amani Devi Ganga Devi ki Jai Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai Shri Bhakti Devi ki Jai Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki Jai Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai Shri Vrajamandal Parikrama ki Jai Shri Kartik Vrat Niyam Seva Damodar Vrat Urja Vrat ki Jai Urjeshwari Shiva Shubhanu Nandini Shrimati Radha Thakurani ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai Shri Rama Akarashi Titi ki Jai तिथि पालन करी भक्त वृंद की जाय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जाय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जाय समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि वो वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवाशजा कृष्ण भक्ति पद देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः Dandavat pranams, everybody. See you all tomorrow. Maybe I'll go live to read tonight. I don't know for sure yet. But yeah, otherwise I'll see you tomorrow morning. Haribol.